What is up, guys? It is Jack and welcome to a new video. Today was the day of the Apple event. I've been predicting for this event since February, and we saw the evolution of the iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and the iPhone XR. But the question is, which one should you buy, and what does it all mean? Well, the iPhone XS now comes in a 6.5-inch OLED display, while the iPhone XS just comes in that 5.8-inch display. It looks about the same as the iPhone X. The main difference is that gold finish. You know, the iPhone X only came in silver and space gray, so this one comes in this really awesome new color, which I really like. It's pretty similar to the color that came on the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, and was rumored to actually be on the iPhone X as well, but there was some sort of delay that made them wait a year. And despite speculation, the iPhone XS Max really is the exact same size as the iPhone 8 Plus, despite how big the display is. It's just edge to edge, so it looks much bigger. And that's going to be awesome for a ton of screen real estate. As far as the reason it's called the iPhone XS Max instead of the iPhone XS Plus, my theory is just that it's not a Plus release. Like the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 7 Plus both had upgraded cameras and upgraded specs, and you got the Plus model, versus the Max is literally the same as the iPhone XS, it's just a bigger screen. Both of them, though, come in that A12 Bionic chip, which is a 7nm chip, but it sounds like it's smaller, which allows for new internals and to have more space inside the phone for new features, which is always a welcomed improvement. It also allows for 512 gigabytes of storage, which is just insane. I've had my iPhone 8 Plus for more than a year now, and I still haven't used up the 64 gigabytes of storage. Okay, that's kind of a lie, but still, I don't feel like I need any more storage than that. So 512 gigabytes is literally like carrying around a portable hard drive. It's almost useless. But let me know in the comment section down below if you would actually consider paying for that. Speaking of extra room in there, the iPhone XS will have a 30-minute battery improvement from the iPhone X, so I guess that's kind of a big deal. But the iPhone XS Max will have a 1.5-hour battery improvement from the iPhone X, which is a pretty big deal. And the reason for that is pretty obvious. It's got the same exact internals as the iPhone XS, but it's a bigger phone, meaning it has more room for a bigger battery. As far as the cameras on both of those phones, they're about the same as they were last year. The main difference is that both phones have a 1080p 60 frames per second video shooter on the front camera, and that you can now change the amount of bokeh you want in the background of your portrait mode photos after you've taken them. So you can actually change the f-stop, and I've talked about this before on real cameras, but the lower your f-stop is, the more portrait mode-y or bokeh-y that your photos will be. So the nice thing is, after you actually take the photo, there's a real-time slider that you can use to actually adjust how much bokeh you want in the background. And I'm not really sure why anyone would not want as much bokeh as possible, but hey, maybe there's something cool in the background and you don't want it to be totally blurred out, so it's actually pretty nice to be able to adjust that afterwards. Speaking of camera improvements, both the iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max can record stereo sound in video, which I never realized was actually a problem, but if you think about it, when you play iPhone video in headphones, you'll only hear it out of one ear, versus now you hear it out of both ears, which is really, really nice. I'm realizing now that that is definitely a needed feature. Also, both come with dual SIM cards, and I guess eSIMs, which basically means you can have the SIM card inside of the phone and you don't have to worry about it. Sounds kind of contradictory. Let me know in the comment section down below if you get it, but I guess it would be nice to be able to have two phone numbers on one phone. Pre-orders start on September 14th, which is this Friday, and they will ship on September 21st, so I hope to see you there for the unboxing. No, I'm not getting one anytime soon, but I know someone who is, so get hyped. The iPhone XS will be coming in at $999, which is an alright price point. It's about the same as the iPhone X. In fact, it's exactly the same, but the iPhone XS Max comes in at $1099, which seems so expensive, but again, the Note 9 did it as well. Furthermore, that wasn't the only set of phones that was released. We also saw the release of the iPhone XR. Now, before we go on, what does R stand for? Restricted? Reconfigured? I have absolutely no idea, so please let me know in the comment section down below. Speaking of the iPhone XR, it comes in a bunch of new colors as predicted. As I said, it looks a lot like the iPhone 5C, except of course it's got the internals of the new iPhone XS and XS Max. It's got that A12 chip, which makes it fast, and it's got a pretty nice camera similar to what we saw on the iPhone 8 last year. The display is LCD, again like on the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, since it is kind of replacing those models in the budget category, but it still looks like an iPhone X, and since that's all that people really care about, I don't think anyone's really gonna mind. The only thing is, it's now got a less than 10 1080p display. And that's a big deal. It's lower resolution than the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, which is kind of a letdown, but again, you probably won't notice because it's still Retina, but it's Retina on like an iPhone 4 standards. So again, you won't be able to see the pixels, but it's not going to look great. Speaking of the front of the display, you can actually now get Face ID in the iPhone XR, which is really nice for a budget model. And while it looks like you can get some really nice photos from that back camera, I'm sure all of those photos are using moment lenses or stabilizers or things that make them look way better than they actually are. The main thing that I was surprised about is that the iPhone XR actually gets rid of 3D touch. Like, what? Again, this is something we did predict, but it's just crazy to think that they would get rid of a feature like that. It's got wireless charging, it's got the dual SIM, and it starts at $749, which I guess is a budget model. Pre-orders start on October 19th, and it doesn't ship until October 26th. So let me know in the comment section down below if you will be getting any of those phones, but that wasn't the only thing they released at the event. They also released the Apple Watch 4, and I could talk a lot about it because it is a really, really cool release, but unlike the phones, the Apple Watch 4 was actually really predictable, and we kind of predicted everything there was to predict about the Apple Watch 4. So if you guys want to learn all about the Apple Watch 4, I'll click down below to see my video I did on the Apple Watch 4 predictions that I made about a week ago. So guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and click right here to see that Apple Watch 4 video, as well as clicking over here to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I'm Jack. Peace.